So looks like we're gonna do a two for today, two live chats. So we have the weekly live chat, which we're gonna do right now, and then tonight at 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time or Arizona Mountain Standard Time, same time right now. We are going to have our monthly reading for April 2022 for all our Gemini homies out there. Anyway, so let's go ahead and get started with this weekly reading. It's a beautiful day outside, so I can't wait to go enjoy the great outdoors after this. It's been in the upper 80s, low 90s here in the valley in Arizona, so it's nice, really nice. All right, so let me just kind of go over our list of things that I do during our weekly readings. And by the way, if you're new to the channel, my name is Tara and I'm with Kittens, Weights, and Tarot. Okay, so we have lined up, we're going to be casting an elemental circle, kind of busting out a little bit my witchy side, but also to kind of create a protective space for everybody who is watching, listening, either now or in the future. All right, then we're going to talk a little bit about the Mayan astrological aspect of the week and today, as I am a Mayan astrologist, and I have the link down below if you're interested in learning about Mayan astrology through my Leon Mystery School. We're going to go into the herb of the week, then into the 7-day forecast. We'll do an elemental forecast based on the elements within your birth chart. We're going to go into the special questions. So I posted a poll on YouTube and Patreon and for YouTube members, which question they would like me to answer during this weekly reading. And so the results are in. Then we're going to be doing a viewer's choice poll. So everybody who's in the chat today, you guys get to vote on the question that you would like to see me pull cards for. We'll do a bit of a healing. I got my healing tools here just for us. And then if anybody would like to do super chats or super stickers for a 1-card draw at the very end, we'll do that. We'll close up our circle and I will show my gratitudes after that. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. I want to just kind of clear the air first. This beautiful 10 a.m. Sunday morning. So I have my wonderful drum that I made. I got my wolf howling at the moon, my kind of rainbow wolf. So I love to use sound because I think sound just kind of shakes and breaks things up, and we want to make sure that the messages are as clear as possible. All right, so give me just a moment. All right. And it's so interesting how changing in altitude kind of changes the sound of my drum. It's like amazing, because I was up in Show Low where it was very cold and very dry, and it was a much higher sound. All right, so lighting our candle, as I'm just kind of into the yellow vibes as of late, kind of that solar energy, and probably because, you know, since I am in the northern hemisphere, spring, you know, as I hear the birds chirping outside, and spring here for us is like 97 degrees. So anyway, so lighting up that candle for a bit of the fire element. And now I'm gonna light this cone incense for our air element. Put this down. There we go. I'm going to place this in my goddess cone incense holder. There we go. Lisa, hey, Chuk, how are you? Good morning, good morning. Well, for you, it's probably not. You're way ahead of schedule on me. All right. Going to do a little bit of the water element. This is actually some full moon water, not from this past full moon, like a few full moons ago, but just kind of using that full moon energy to help clear out just stale, stagnant vibes. So again, our messages are as clear as possible. And although you guys aren't actually here to feel the water on your face and you know, smell the incense, I do believe I am intending for the energy to be projected out to you guys. Tokra, hey, how are you? Okay, and then for our earth energy, I'm going to use this, actually the Mesa Sawtooth that's in Desert Cauldron. It's our last one, it's our Mesa Sawtooth wand. So hey, 90 million years old. But yeah, we have our Mesa Sawtooth wand, and then we have a Mexican fire agate right in there. So just some powerful vibes, super sunny solar vibes. So I figured this would be really good for our elemental circle and to connect to the earth energy. All right, so completing our all four elements. All right, so give me just a moment. I'm going to ground myself, pulling in source energy. So I have a nice flux of energy kind of going through me like a conduit. And then as I pull in that source, coming down into my heart chakra, down through my arms, out through this lovely appendage that I call my wand, and then emitting a beautiful blue light, which surrounds not only me, but all of you guys, your energy, because energy knows no space and time. So calling in the elemental energies of the north to help cast our circle today. Calling in the elemental energies of the east to help us cast our circle today. Calling in the elemental energies of the south to help us cast our circle today. Calling in the elemental energies of the west to help us cast our circle today. Our circle is cast. Let our work begin. And so it is. All right. All right, you guys. So, by the way, how is your Saturday going or Sunday going? How was your weekend? What plans do you guys have for this upcoming week? Hey, Michelle, how are you? So, yeah, what do you guys got cooked up? And while you guys are talking about that, let me show off the decks that I'm going to be using for chat today. And by the way, like I said, I'll see you guys tonight as well for the Gemini April 2022 reading. But of course, I always bring Wally along. So I have my Wally's World Oracle, and yesterday was his 8th birthday. So he got some goodies, and then Sumi was kind enough to do a little donation so that I can get Wally a little something extra. I'm also going to be using the Shultun Tarot. And this is called the Random Galaxy playing card deck, but I like to use playing cards as oracle cards / numerology cards. Hey, Sumi! So I'm going to be busting those out. I'm also going to be using Tarot of the Moon Garden. Lisa said, fab week. Today is Mother's Day in the UK. Ah, happy birthday, Wally. Well, happy Mother's Day to all our friends who show off the mothering vibes in whatever way that may be, our friends in the UK. All right, so some of us are mothers to our children, our fur babies, to other kids' children's. Some of you guys are awesome aunties and grandmas, and so that divine feminine mothering energy to all of those that express it. I'm wishing you a happy Mother's Day in the UK. All right, I'm also going to be using my Chakra Girls Oracle cards. I haven't busted these out in a hot minute, so I thought they would be fun in our chat today. And lastly, this is the Tanim Oracle, and this is created by Chingay Labrador, and she created the Practical Magic Tarot. And this is her kind of herbal oracle deck, but it's based on plants and herbs from the Philippines. So, you know, I'm always so helping out our homies in the PI, Philippine Islands. All right, so you guys, let's go ahead and get started. Ooh, this thing is a smoking. Nice. Tiny Trinkets and Tarot, hey, it says happy Sunday to you. All right, let me make some room because we're gonna be pulling a lot of cards, you guys. All right, so let's start off with talking about the Mayan astrological message. Lisa says, thank you, I'm an auntie and have aqua babies in the aquarium. Hey. You know, I used to have a bunch of little fishies too when I was growing up. I had birdies, I had fishies, I had hamsters, but mostly they were just, I think they were field mice, and we just like saved them. So they were our hamsters. Anyway, okay, so the Mayan astrological message for this week. Again, I am a Mayan astrologist, and I also teach Mayan astrology in my Leon Mystery School if you guys are interested. But also check out me. check out me. Check out my Instagram at Kittens, Weights, and Tarot. I try to post a daily Mayan astrological message if you guys are interested. Okay, so today, Sunday, Lisa said my stepmom is Filipina, my dad rests in Davao, Philippines. Hey! Actually, my grandfather is from Cebu, Philippines, and then moved to Manila. All right, so today is 7 Akbal. The number 1 and the number 7 are beginning is number 1 and endings is the number 7 in Mayan numerology and astrology. Roberto, hey, you're back. What's up, homie? So today is about endings, and with endings we know that that means that there is a new beginning, there is a transformation taking place. And Akbal, which actually that's my birth sign, I was born under Akbal, which is the dawning. It's supposed to be the very first sunrise of the earth. So you're taking something that is very powerful, a powerful new beginning, and you're mixing that with the number 7, which is something that is ending. So think about something for today. What has come to an end other than our weekend? What has come to an end and what is blossoming for you today? And also know that it's stabilized in Kaban. And Kaban is the Lord of this week, and it's all about knowledge. So stabilizing yourself in knowledge. So perhaps there is some sort of knowledge that is ending today, but also a brand new awakening and realization of things. So kind of take that into consideration. Let's see, going here, and Susie, what's up? Roberto says, woot woot. Oh my goodness. Yay, it's so good to see you guys in here. It's so awesome. Okay, so we will kind of be just going through our little Tresena. Tresena is a 13-day week. That's how the Tolkien calendar for Mayan astrology is kind of sorted out for the week. And so actually next Saturday, as you know, kind of end our weekly reading, is going to end on the Tresena, the end of the Tresena. So it'll be 13 Muluk. And the number 13 is one of the highest, most powerful numbers in all of the Tresena. Yes, number 1 is powerful. Number 13 is really good for any sort of magical workings, divination, dreams, you know, dream work. If you're going to be doing some shamanic journeying, number 13 is powerful. It's deeply magical. And so even people who wouldn't really consider themselves spiritual, you notice that there is an intense energy that day. And it's all about how you embrace that energy. And that's why it's good to have kind of an understanding of the kind of energies of the day, whether you're learning Mayan astrology, Western astrology, Eastern astrology, or just pulling some tarot cards. It's good to be kind of tapped into that so you know, well, kind of what to expect, but also, well, I feel like, you know, things are a little intense. How do I want my day to go? You guys get to choose which way you kind of want things to go. How do you want to utilize that energy, and you kind of can prep and plan for it. So 13 Muluk, it being a very powerful number next Saturday, and you pair it with Muluk, which is the great equalizer. It's karma. It's actually James's birth sign, and it's about fire and water and the balance of the two. Some people think that maybe fire and water cannot exist, but well, you put them together, you sometimes get steam. So fire and water, it's the balance of the two. It's also balance of karma, you know, what you put out and what you give back, what the world puts out, what the world gets back. And so how would you like to create an equalization in your life, a balance in your life? Next Saturday? Dude. And also, what's next Saturday? Oh, let me think. It's April Fool's Day. So is it April Fool's Day? Yeah, I think it's April Fool's Day, or maybe that's the 2nd. Anyway, it's the beginning of April, so brand new month. And I have actually a question in here about the Fool card. So okay, let's go on to our herb. Let's see. Let's go back here. Sumi said, the Church of Kittens, Weights, and Tarot. Yes, welcome, welcome. I have my incense going. Yes, welcome everyone. Welcome into the Church of KWT. Oh my goodness. Okay, so the herb of the week. Like I said, I always try to choose herbs that hopefully everybody can have access to. I try not to pick stuff that's just specific to my region, nor do I try to pick things that are really hard to find or expensive, because I want you guys to kind of embrace, utilize, find different ways to use it in your practice. Susie said April 1st is a new moon in Aries. Dude, dude. I almost forgot about that. Dude, that's some intense energy as well. Just a lot of stuff beginning of April. There's a lot of energy that you guys can utilize. Lisa said, wow, I love this. I've been learning a little bit about Mayan. I love how 0 is the first number, like the tarot. Exactly. So it's not counted as, yeah, definitely. So people who take my course, they know that there is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes, exactly. All right. So the herb of the week, I have calendula, also marigold flowers. So it's this beautiful yellow flower, which actually it's getting a little washed out on camera. Otherwise, this is kind of bright yellow. And if you know with my candle here, I'm embracing this color yellow. Not only is it the color of my front door, and I made sure to have a yellow flower in my hair, but I'm just really liking this sunny solar plexus, powerful, bright light power, you know, that, and bringing that into my everyday. So I thought this would be really fun for you guys this week, especially going into kind of an April 1st, a brand new month, and bringing light to whatever situation you have. I think that calendula is really good for that. It tends to be one that most people can, you know, easily digest if you have it in a tea. It doesn't really seem to have a whole lot of allergic reaction to, for people. You know, so I'm also trying to pick things that normally people don't have allergic reactions to. So calendula, and I have my notes on here as I do for all of my herbs. Really good for meditation, for clarity, really good for calm, connecting to not only the solar plexus, but keeping us in a state of balance so that we can receive messages with clarity. So yes, also good for energy, like I said before, prophecy, psychic powers, hence the ending of our tresena, and also legal matters. Yes, if you are doing anything with the law or anything in court and you want a little bit of an extra boost, put a little bit of calendula in a sachet, put it in your bra, purse, pocket, briefcase, whatever it may be. Calendula can give you a little bit of a boost. All right. Let's see. Lisa said, nice to be in the circle with y'all. The fiction lady, hey, says, hi, thank you for these readings. Beautiful marigold yellow. You got me at Church of Kittens. Oh my goodness, yes, the Church of Kittens, indeed. All right, so maybe you guys want to use a little bit of marigold this week, or also known as calendula. In terms of the physical body, it's really good at, I would say, the digestive tract, clearing things out, not like that, but you know, keeping things running smoothly. So really good for the digestive tract, really good for the nerves, and just kind of keeping everything nice and solid, you know, moving well and solid, healthy. So really good for teas. Oftentimes I do put these in my teas. So if I'm making any sort of tea, I try to add a little bit of calendula, a little bit of solar energy into everything that I drink, because I'm a little sun baby. I'm a little sun worshiper. So, all right. Let's see. Moving on. Oh, yes. Sumi's like, okay, everyone, let us purr. Okay. So, yes, everybody, get in and get in on the purr. Okay. So then we go into our 7-day forecast. You guys ready for this? All right. Let's do it. Let's first see what little Wally Walito has cooked up for us this week. Wally, what you got for us? What you got for us this week as we end March and begin April? Okay, looks like Wally has a card for us. And he says, ooh. You know, it's kind of funny, you know, Sumi was talking about the Church of Kittens and, you know, and everybody get together, let us purr. Guess what card comes out? It's the Vatican. The Vaticina in Roma, Italia. So these are actually the Vatican doors. And, you know, we have this little girl that was like kind of, I guess, catching up to her family that was leaving. Okay, so let's take in this message. Okay. Okay. All right. This is what I'm getting. So it's kind of a serious but lighthearted message. So kind of an oxymoron there. So it's seriously lighthearted. All right, so what Wally is saying here, and by the way, little Wally is photoshopped right there, that, this week, especially today, 7 Akbal, new beginnings, things are ending. And I was talking a little bit about beliefs, and we can kind of, use that throughout this week because we have Kaban as the ruler of this week. It's about knowledge, illumination, understanding. So this is a great week to look inwards and what things, the fiction lady's like, so what things have you believed for so long that you have come to the realization that that hasn't been true for quite some time, or maybe that was true when I was a child, but it's not true anymore. And so it's a little bit dusty, it's old, it needs to be kind of brushed out, made way for new understandings and things like that of that nature. But also the reason I said it was kind of lighthearted is because we can have a good laugh at it. If we really sit down and, without any sort of judgment or getting down on ourselves, and we take a look at some of the things we still believe, it's kind of like when you go back and you look at, I don't know how many people still have their CDs, but you still look at your CD catalog and you're like, I haven't listened to that CD in a while. Wow. When's the last time I listened to Flock of Seagulls? Not dissing Flock of Seagulls. I'm just saying, it's like we have a little bit of a chuckle, things that were so serious to us and meant so much to us back in the day. And then now we look at it, it's like, dude, that's so silly. Like, why would I still believe that? Why would I still have that be something in my life? Dude, that's old. And it has no bearing here in the present and where I am now in my life. And so it's time to kind of take stock of that, go through your old CD collection or maybe your record collection or your 45s or your 8 tracks, whatever you got going on. And what is something's like, dude, never again. Really? I listened to, and just kind of brush it out and just realize that it's time to let that go and have a bit of humor with it, because, we're human, and it's like sometimes we realize, oh, wow, I'm still holding on to that. And then we toss it out. La Luna said, 20 minutes late, but still made it. Hope everyone had a great weekend and is having a good Sunday. Same to you. Lisa said, Flock of Seagulls, great hairstyles. See what I'm saying now? All right, so that's the message for this week. Susie's laughing at the 8 tracks. Laughing, but not laughing. So yeah, take a good look at some of the kind of old things that we still are carrying, old beliefs, old ways of seeing the world. Have a good laugh at it. It served its purpose at one time way back when, but not anymore. And just, smile knowing that you're in a different place now. And it's also a way to see how much you've grown. We've gone from, 45s to MP3s and beyond. Who knows? People are going to start putting music in our brain. But it's like we've come a long way. So take that analogy for what's going on in your life right now. Okay, so let's pull these cards. I'm going to bust out the Schultun Tarot. Let's take a look at our weekly forecast here. All right, so give me just a moment. I'm going to pull a couple of cards for each day this week. So I might go silent. All right, Sunday. Oh, Saturday. Hello. Okay. All right, let's put these back in their box. Everybody's saying hello to each other. Hey. So good to see you guys energetically. Hard to see you guys physically, but I got you. I feel all your energies. All right, so let me fix up my cards here. Let's take a look at today. So let's take a look at a block that we may come across for today. Let's take a look at a block and then we'll take a look at an opportunity. All right, so here we have temperance. Sumi says, Luna es amor. So this is actually the temperance card here. Love the rainbow, love the depiction, and here we have the Mayan numbers. So each of the long lines is a number 5. So 5, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Okay. All right. This being a major card, I'm getting that this is more of putting things into balance today, you know, because it's Sunday, and I think I've mentioned this before. A lot of people try to get a lot of things done today and forego a lot of the relaxation that we could have on a Sunday, you know, coming to the Church of Kittens and doing your weekly purr instead of, you know, having a little bit of just relaxation and doing something that really fills up your soul, your body, mind, you know, all of that good stuff that makes us feel good, that makes us feel recharged. Oftentimes we use Sunday as like a meh day, and it's like, okay, I got to get this done, this done, this done, this done. And this is all about, I also see like connecting with your guidance. If you're just not feeling it, if you're not feeling like the whole gamut of things that you think you need to get done before tomorrow, then really go with how you're actually feeling. Because if we keep denying our body with how it's feeling and what it really wants to do, it's going to do a little kickback on us, you know. So either it's going to come up in some physical way, you know, either we're going to get an upset stomach or headaches, you know, things like that is when our body's like, hey, chill out, slow down. You're placing a lot on yourself that is unneeded. And so one possible block that you could have today is blocking yourself from doing something that is more soul fulfilling and mentally fulfilling and physically, emotionally fulfilling in lieu of things that you think you have to get done before this day called Monday, you know. So just be wary of that. So if you catch yourself getting into that, take a moment, just a few seconds, and decide, okay, what do I actually want to do? What do I physically want to do today? Okay, so an opportunity that you have. Lisa said, yes, yes, I agree. Chill out time. Exactly. We have another major arcana card, and the opportunity is the death card. And how interesting, because today is 7 Akbal. 7 is technically a death. It's an ending. It's a transformation for a brand new awakening and beginning with Akbal. So you have an opportunity. This is a big opportunity to be awakened to something new. What, seriously, literally, what do you want to let go of today? It could be, I want to let go of how I see my Sundays. Usually on Sunday, I get up, I do this, maybe I hang out with Tara, and then I go do X, Y, and Z, you know, in terms of chores. Maybe do something a little bit different. And it's that change in how you managed one day is going to affect tomorrow and the whole week. And then maybe you do something a little bit different again on Sunday. So it's not always the same rigid schedule, you know, because we're human beings. We're also not rigid, you know. We change, we grow older, we transform, we learn new things. So why would our schedules be rigid when we as human beings are not? As much as some people would like to make themselves rigid, we can't. We are ever evolving, ever changing. You know, the cells in our body are going to keep doing their thing whether we want them to stop or not. So this is a wonderful day for transformation. Like, seriously, what do you want to change? What do you want to let go of? You have the opportunity to do it today. The energy is there for you. Let's get her done, as they say. All right, let's take a look at a block for Monday. So possibly could come for us on Monday. All right, so with this one, this is the Judgment card here. And we have this Chichan coming in. So it's kind of like the sky serpent coming in to awaken all beings. It's a lot of awakening going on. And I think that was kind of going on in yesterday's or last night's reading for Cancer, was all this stuff about awakening. And maybe it's because we're going into April, but very interesting. So a possible block that you could be running into, and since this is, meant to kind of go out to a lot of people, this will maybe connect with some people, maybe not. But with this here, by the way, it's another major arcana. It's the third major arcana card. It's a major week, you guys. Well, I mean, we are getting up in the Trecena, so that makes sense. But it's a realization of something, but feeling not quite ready to realize it. Like it's uncomfortable because it begs the question on so many other beliefs that you have and ways of seeing yourself and ways of seeing the world. And sometimes when those beliefs are challenged, it could be one event or something someone said or a person that we want to push that away. No, because that means that I would have to rethink all of this and I would have to re-see myself in the world, and I'm just not ready for that. I want to continue being in this little comfortable space because it's going to be very uncomfortable if I realize what really truly is. So a possible block that could be coming up on Monday is the realization of something. And it's going to, I mean, the spirit is going to be like, yay, something new for us to realize. Okay, so now we have to let something go. But the ego has a little bit of issue with that because it's more like a child. The ego is not a bad thing. It's just, it's meant to sort of help us in conjunction with the spirit, guide us through our life. But the ego has no intuition. The ego only knows the 3D world. So the ego is going to be a little bit butthurt. It's going to be like, but I don't want to have to do more shadow work, and I don't want to have to relook at myself. And that means that I may have been wrong about things, and how dare people think I'd be wrong about things. You know how sometimes the ego wants to react and the spirit's like, yay, bring change on. So there could be this blockage on Monday where there is a realization of things, but the tendency to maybe want to push that realization away because it could be getting the feathers ruffled on our ego. So just be wary of that. Okay, so an opportunity that's coming our way then is the Six of Staffs. So if we can embrace that truth, that thing that comes to us, and we realize, maybe those things that I previously had thought of are not true. I want to give an example, a little bit more, I guess, everyday example. Let's say, okay, your kid who you love and trust. They've been telling you that every Sunday they've been going off and hanging out at a friend's house. You come to find out that's not what your kid has been doing. They've been up to maybe some no good. They've been up to no good, doing things they shouldn't have in the city. All of a sudden, it's like this trust is broken. So the ego is like, oh my gosh, that's my child. My child, for some people, they say, is a reflection of themselves. So I don't want to accept that my child has been lying to me. So I'm going to continue to believe their lie, even though I know that it's a lie, because having to think of what they've actually been doing, I can't accept. And there are some people, I'm not saying all parents are like this, some people feel that way. Because to accept that means that, they have been duped, and some people don't want to feel like they've been duped. So if we can embrace that though and say, okay, well, now we know the truth, let's work through things instead of taking it personally, looking at it as this is what's happened. Let's take a look at the situation. Let's see how we can remedy the situation. Let's actually have a sit down with our child, have a talk about it. Why do you feel like you've had to lie to me? And maybe open up a great dialogue because of that, instead of pushing it away and saying, no, I don't want to think about my child ever lying to me. If we can embrace it instead, open up that dialogue, we have so much to gain, and for them as well. And I'm not saying that this is about somebody and their child. I'm just saying that it's realizations like that. And that there is a dialogue that is open, perhaps with another person, or maybe just with yourself in the situation. And there's so much to feel better about. It's like all right. So something else I've learned, something else for my tool belt, and that I can grow. So there's an opportunity for growth, an opportunity for open dialogue with self and with others. And it can be so beautiful, but we have to we have to sometimes tell our ego, shh, shh, shh. All right, so going into Tuesday, a block for Tuesday. All right, we have the Lovers card here. Hello, majors. Why? Dude, so many majors. Um, so with the Lovers card here, give me just a moment. Okay. At first, I was thinking more your connection to things, and no, this is actually like a connection to someone else, like relationship or friendship, things like that. Somebody that you're very close to. And like I said, this may hit some people, maybe not. But a particular block could be a dispute with a loved one, and not wanting to compromise because thinking that compromise somehow makes you weak in their eyes, and you don't want to feel weak, so you don't want to compromise. It's my way or the highway, even if at some point you realize maybe a compromise would be best, and maybe there was a bit of truth, or perhaps there is some validity in what the other person is saying, but it's like, no, because I must have my side. It must be me, my side. I'm going with my way. La la la. I can't hear you. So just be wary of shutting out other people because you feel like it must be your way or the highway. So take the time to listen to what other people have to say, even if you don't agree with them. And again, communication. I'm getting this communication, the open dialogue, with the previous card can evolve into something great, on Monday. So perhaps this is maybe a continuation of something that happens on Monday. But yeah, be willing to have a discussion about it, and maybe you guys will both change your points of view to something completely different. Hey, Kayla, how are you? So dialogue, you guys, talk. Talk about your thoughts. Talk about why you think that particular way, so that you guys can have a discussion about it instead of I'm right and you're wrong. It's black and white, and that there are no shades of gray. So have a little discussion. The fiction lady said this definitely seems like Aries or Leo energy. I know, right? Where it's like, my side. No, my side. Okay, so an opportunity then for Tuesday, and then and all the days kind of flow together. So we have, oh, that's interesting. This is the Six of Cups. The previous day we had the Six of Wands. So the number 6 in Mayan numerology is all about the home and the 6 aspects of the home. They're different things, such as your work and employment is considered a part of the home, your health is considered a part of the home, how you understand things is considered a part of the home, your friendships, your decisions, both positive and negative, so on and so forth, your possessions, your material items, those are all considered a part of the home. So this definitely is taking place within those 6 areas. So I just kind of want to point that out. But anyway, if you guys can kind of open up dialogue instead of a division between you and another person, even if you don't like what they're saying, let them talk, let them speak, and actually listen with an open heart, because you would like them to do the same. You want to be heard just as much as they want to be heard. And it frustrates people when they are not heard, right? So why would you make somebody else feel as if they are not being heard, because you definitely don't like when it's being done to you. So allow your heart to be open dialogue. You guys can agree to disagree, but just explain why so everybody understands. And if you can do that, I am seeing kind of a balance of energy within the home, which is a little bit different, I guess, than the Six of Cups and the Rider-Waite-Smith, but these cards are a little bit different. So I am just seeing more of an emotional balance in those 6 areas, your friendships, your health, your material possessions, your jobs, your positive and negative, reactions to things, your understandings of things. So A little Scorpio energy there. Huh, interesting. All right, so let's go into Wednesday. A particular block we could have on Wednesday. It's like all the blocks are major arcana cards. This is interesting. So this one is actually our Hierophant. And he's just like kind of making magic there, working on his thing. So possible block. I think this is kind of like this is perhaps a problem or problems that I think is kind of going to be just kind of throughout the whole week. I don't see this as all different situations. It's all kind of meshing together. So again, it's this understanding and belief system, and that particular belief, which today is a great day to let go of some old beliefs. But if some things are still lingering, it could block you from having yourself an amazing Wednesday, an amazing week. Because it's like, oh, well, I have always done things this way. So and so has always acted this way. And when they act differently, it's like, what? What? I'm so used to things being so even keel, never changing, So be careful not to let your want for things to be always familiar and exactly the same all the time prevent you from growing and experiencing new opportunities and seeing people in a new light. So, let's go here. Oh, Silver Star Priestess is here. Hello, at work, but here to listen. Well, hello, hello. So yeah, a lot of major cards, you guys. It's a major week. All right, so let's take a look at an opportunity then for Wednesday. Okay, so at least we didn't get another 6 number. We have a 10 number. So this is the 10 of staffs. So what a wonderful thing if we can take stock and looking at the things that, maybe old ways of doing things, old beliefs, and we're like, okay, I've always done things this way. I've always believed things to be this way. I've always believed this person to be this way. Maybe I need to be a little bit more open-minded. Maybe I need to open myself up a little bit more, which is going to shake up my belief system a little bit, but that's okay because I'm going to release the restriction, almost like a Khan energy. Khan is considered the fisherman in Mayan astrology. So it's like the net that connects everything. And it's also our self-imposed prisons. By placing ourselves in like a rigid schedule or seeing people in a rigid sort of way, we place those beliefs and ourselves in a sort of prison, Khan's prison. And so we want to release ourselves from this. And you have an opportunity to release yourself from that, hence bringing in new energy, new opportunities, which is going to help in ways that you didn't think were connected. So just by seeing somebody differently or yourself differently, a particular situation or belief, it's like you've opened yourself up to abundance, to manifestations coming a little bit more quickly, to romance, to all of those things that you don't think that they would be connected to. So wonderful, very wonderful. um, let's see. Silver Star says, didn't expect to have to train someone today. Oh my goodness. Um, Susie said, not fun, huh? I remember those days. Gotta be the teacher then, I guess. All right. Let's see. Going into Thursday, particular block for Thursday. And here we have the Hanged Man. This is so amazing, you guys, because I've used this deck so much. And the fact that all the majors are showing up mostly in the blocked position, except for the very first card, the opportunity being the death card for today. This is amazing. Like, the probability of that happening. Anyway, so a particular block that you could have on Thursday is, I'm getting sacrificing yourself, not in the positive sense of sacrifice. Like sometimes we sacrifice, our time or our energy, for those we love. Not all the time, but when it's like gravely needed, But I'm getting this as being a sacrifice to avoid difficult situations. So, like I said, I think this is all kind of like the same energy for the week, and it's just kind of being triggered in different situations and different people. But this is all about seeing things differently. And so because maybe we don't want to have the difficult conversation, uncomfortable conversation with somebody, we might avoid it by just agreeing. Before it was like, no, we're gonna fight over something. But when it comes to like other things, sometimes we just are like, no, I don't want to. I don't want to get into all of that. So let's just do it that way. Let's just do it your way. Just being totally agreeable, just to avoid a fight. So it's like almost the extreme of the other energy we had, where it was like, no, I'm right and you're wrong. So then it's like we went all the way to the other extreme of like, what, I don't even want to fight. So whatevs. So yeah, be wary of that block too, like taking it too far to the other end of the spectrum where it's like, well, I don't want to have any sort of argument or any sort of discussion because it's too uncomfortable for me. So whatever, just, sacrificing your own integrity and your energy and your throat chakra from speaking its truth and just deciding, just, yeah, whatever you want to do. As Susie said, it's pretty wild. Sophie's Tarot, hey! It says, hey dear, sending love and light. Thanks for the collective. AA, welcome, welcome. Okay, so an opportunity though we could have coming up on Thursday. And you guys can take this energy as you wish, all right, so we have the Queen of Wands. So if you can, instead of saying, this is an uncomfortable conversation, I don't even want to deal with this situation right now, I'm just going to ignore it and pretend that it's not happening, and maybe it'll go away, and then I don't have to like actually dive into things that might trigger my shadows. If we could at least acknowledge it and be like, okay, let's maybe have a little bit of a conversation. You may realize that it's not going to be as uncomfortable. It might actually be very rewarding. And it's like you taking up this wand, this baton here, and saying, hey, yeah, let's have a conversation. You might be helping the other person or the energy of the situation shift and change. Because instead of being avoiding of the situation, you're taking action in the situation. Action makes room for things to go back into flow instead of creating a dam or a wall. So you have the ability to kind of create some flow, more flow on Thursday, because you're the one that takes the staff and says, okay, and you could be honest about it. I really don't want to have this conversation, but I know that it's important. Let's talk about it. And it's going to make a huge difference in the other person's life and their day, but also in the energy of the situation, the energy of your home, because of the previous sixes that we received. So take up that wand, take up that baton, that staff, and lead the charge into something uncomfortable, and it'll be very rewarding for all involved. Seriously. Because in the other direction, it's just running away. It's just building up a wall, it's building up a dam, and it's deciding, not today. Well, when will be the day? If not now, when? So, okay. Okay, more major arcana cards, because why not? All right, Thursday's blocks, another major arcana card. Interesting. We have the Justice card here. Justice came up for the April reading, I think, in almost every sign thus far. That's interesting. Interesting. Okay, so let me tap into this one real quick. So, my gosh, it's such an interesting energy, and it might be because this is for different groups of people, so it's like your guys' messages are all kind of mixed in with everybody, so it kind of seems like a jarble, but it's like two extremes. There's the extreme of, I don't want to see things, your way, and it's all going to be my way or the highway, to the other extreme of like, I just don't want to look at things, and I'm just going to ignore things that are going on because it might be too painful, to the other extreme of playing judge, jury, and executioner for everybody that you come across or that you see on Twitter or on the news or on Instagram, and deciding that that person's obviously wrong. And it may not even be that you're actually talking to that person, but this is more like I'm feeling like a thought process that's occurring on Friday where, um, you might be feeling pretty good from, some positive actions that you've taken previously throughout the week. And you're like, yeah, I'm seeing things new and differently. And so now it's like you've come across some postings on social media or you're overhearing a conversation. So this, I don't feel like you're actively in these conversations with all these other people, but you're hearing them, you're listening, and you're like, I'm so above that now. But not from a place of like, oh yeah, that's where I used to be kind of reflection to those people are so much lower than me. That kind of like high horse. And that has nothing to do with our spirit self. That's totally 100% ego being like, those people are so dumb. They don't know what I know now because I'm so enlightened. And it's like, you know how the ego speaks. Maybe not personally, that's not how we speak, but sometimes the ego is like that. It's, those people are so wrong. If only they saw things my way. So be careful to fall into that rut too, where yes, you're evolving, you're awakening, that's fantastic. But don't let the ego take that as an opportunity to become pompous and arrogant, as maybe want to be. So there is that. And let's take a look at an opportunity though. So something, oh, it's a 6 yet again. Okay, the sixes. This is all about the home, you guys. We have the 6 of Swords here. So an opportunity here is yet another level of learning. um, let's see. Oh, Fiction Lady said, thank you. I feel like that happens a lot between mom and I as the only way to stop fighting. Noted. Susie said, I love the messages. And P.S. You look beautiful as always. Oh, thank you. I was just feeling like, some blues and some colors today. I think I match my tapestry back there. Um, but with the if we can recognize when our ego is going into arrogance mode and pompous mode, because yes, you've learned a few things, but this now doesn't make you, guru of the mountain. um, we can instead take the information that we're overhearing or the information that we're seeing on social media and deciding, well, what could I learn from this? I wouldn't be overhearing this for no reason. I wouldn't be seeing these things on social media for no reason. So, what is something that I still have yet to learn? What is something that I can take from this? Instead of, I know so much more than these people, I'm so much more spiritually advanced than those people, that there is no growth in that. There is growth in overhearing, you're listening to their conversation, taking it in. What could I learn from that? You know, looking at the meme or something on Twitter or Instagram or watching somebody's video on YouTube, and instead of judging them, deciding what could I take from that? What could I learn from that? Instead of there being some sort of hierarchy. There is no hierarchy. We're all here to learn. We're all students. We're all teachers and we're all students. So there is an opportunity to learn more if you can open yourself up to it. Okay, so a lot of this awakening and learning coming in. Lisa says, I'm British. Pompous comes with the territory. Just a joke. Well, actually, James's dad is from the UK. He's English. All right, so let's take a look at Saturday. Because we're going to have that new moon in Aries. We're going to have April Fool's Day. We're going to have the end of a Thrasana. So what blocks could be coming up for us? I was like, is it going to be another major? No whammy, no whammy. It's another major. Oh, wow. Like, seriously, I'm looking down at the bottom row, like all of the possible, these are all just possible, hypothetical blocks that could come up for us this week. Every single card is a majors card. Every single card. And then if I look up at the top row, all of our opportunities, a lot of the numbers are 6s. So hence this having to do with facets of the home. Only one major, and that being the transformation card for today, which makes sense with 7 Akbal. But then we have the Magician. All right. So Lisa said, cool, blessings to James and his dad. So with this magician card, a particular block is, I'm getting being too fearful to express what you've learned. So such a weird energy this week. It's so many extremes, and I guess I'm getting that with the major arcana cards, but it's like either extreme, I don't want to see your way, it's my way or the highway, to there are things I extremely don't want to take a look at, to the other extreme of, okay, I've learned some things, now I'm way better, than certain people spiritually or, in their lives, to the things that I have learned, I may not have the confidence to share with people because, again, that might bring an uncomfortable conversation. I might alienate certain people, but you don't know unless you have that conversation or you share these things with people. So I'm just seeing this block as being unable to want to share those things. So this is some solar plexus energy, which was also connecting with the monthly reading that I did yesterday for Cancer, where it was a lot of solar plexus blockages. So perhaps this could be for my Cancerians, mostly maybe for this week, is taking a look at the solar plexus, because definitely the solar plexus can get in the way, in terms of it being overactive and, becoming arrogant or becoming shut down when it doesn't want to take in certain things because of the ego, maybe within the solar plexus. So you might want to take a look into why might you be hesitant to share the things that you learned? Why is that? So you might want to do a bit of journaling, maybe even pull a few cards, and then when you feel ready, start sharing. All right, so let's take a look at an opportunity. And we have the warrior here, which is actually our Knight of Swords. So the opportunity is, I would say, building a confidence in yourself. If you can take action, all the things that you have learned about yourself, even this past week, and have a little bit of conversation, even if you think, dude, this is all about communication this week, by the way, I'm just saying. So it's a lot of watery energy and a lot of air energy. So perhaps this is mostly for my air and water signs this week, but opening up that dialogue, taking action on it, opening up the throat chakra, thus unblocking the solar plexus as well. You really have an opportunity to become even more aligned and also to help open somebody else up to new ideas. Maybe they hadn't thought of things like that before, and now they get to question some things. They get to shake up their own belief system. So you can aid them in that. Maybe they don't believe what you believe, and that's fine. Like let's say I had a conversation with an atheist. Of course, I do believe that there is more out there. But if I just, express the things that I believe, and then I listen to, let's say, what an atheist may believe, it's just a wonderful conversation. I might learn more instead of, judging, saying all atheists are this way. Let me actually hear from them what it is they believe and why. And also, they would be able to hear what I have to say, and maybe we'll both learn something from it. Okay, so wonderful, wonderful opportunity to kind of end our week. Okay, let's see. Lisa said, Cancer, Moon, and Rising here, solar plexus. I get it. Susie said, Cancer is such a beautiful sign. So watery. All right, let's go into our elemental forecast then, you guys. Let me use a different deck for that. So go ahead, and you guys have already been talking about your signs, but if you would like to, go ahead and maybe tell us your sun, moon, and rising, or perhaps just your elemental form. So those fire signs out there, my water signs, my earth signs, my air signs, go ahead and let us know. And I'm going to pull some cards, just some extra messages for air signs, water, earth, and fire. All right? And this one, I'm going to use the Random Galaxy playing cards. This was actually a gift from my best friend. All right, Susie is a Gemini Sun, Virgo Ascendant, Capricorn Moon. Woo, woo. All right, so let's see. Let's go fire first. We'll go fire. water, much like Maluk, earth, and lastly we'll do air. All right. Okay. So just a little extra guidance. All right, let's see what your guys' elements are, your signs are. Susie said, cute deck. Liesel is a Capricorn sun, Cancer moon, and rising. Kayla is a Cancer sun, an Aqua moon, and a Leo rising. Very cool. So here, I'm a Gemini sun, I'm a Libra moon, and I am a Scorpio rising. I have 0 Earth in my chart, my Western astrology chart, and I have little bits of fire here and there. A lot of air. I would say it's air dominant, followed by an equal amount of water and fire, and 0 Earth. It's very interesting. In my Mayan astrology chart, I'm all fire. So that girl is on fire. All right, so let's see here. The fiction lady is a Sun and Leo rising, Pisces, Aries cusp with a Virgo moon. Very cool. Luna is a Pisces sun, a Libra moon, and a Cancer rising. Silver Star said, looking forward to having my birthday off tomorrow. Aries. Oh, that's right. You guys, we have to sing happy birthday for Silver Star. Lisa says, oh, that's cute. Awesome. All right, so I think before we do our elemental reading, we have to do a happy birthday. Feel free to sing aloud wherever it is that you guys are, because I'm pretty sure Heather's going to feel it. Kayla said today is Aquarius moon. Hey, very nice. Actually, I have a bit of Aquarius in my chart too. All right, Heather, are you ready? Let me get the pipes ready for you. All right, everybody wishing happy birthdays for Silver Star. All right, here we go. Anybody else having a birthday today, tomorrow, by the way, this week? Okay, this goes out to all of you. There we go. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Heather, Silver Star Priestess, who is also my moderator, who's also freaking badass. Happy birthday to you. Boop, 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 be doop. And a pinch to grow an inch and a punch to grow a bunch. Happy birthday, my girl. I hope that you have a wonderful, wonderful birthday tomorrow. Rock those socks off. Seriously. And to everybody also who's having a birthday today, tomorrow, and this week. Let's see. So many birthday wishes. So awesome. People singing out happy birthday. Yay! I love to get to do my happy birthdays. You guys always got to let me know. All right. Let's go into our elemental readings then. All right, starting off with fire. Fire. All right, we have the Queen of Spades. Take a look at what's going on in this card here. Silver Star said, thank you all. Love you all so much. And Annette's here. Hey, Annette. Okay, so if you can't see in the picture, it's a cat riding a rooster, riding a turtle, riding a panda, riding a llama, that's riding a horse, that's riding a taco. And there's hot dogs raining down from the sky. Okay, so my fire signs. Just a little extra for the week. Be careful how high you pile your to-do list. So it doesn't look as ridiculous as this, so that your cat is riding a rooster, which is riding a turtle, a panda, a llama, a horse, and eventually a taco. When all you really wanted to do was go and get a taco from your local Mexican restaurant, that's all you wanted to get. But no, Aries. or all my other fire signs. For some reason, I was thinking Aries mostly, but this is for all my fire signs. But oh, no, no, no. Along the way, you're like, oh, I could also drop off the dry cleaning. Oh, I could also get the car washed. Oh, I got to go get some gas. Why not go grocery shopping while I'm at it? Oh, and then my friend wanted me to stop by. I could also stop by there. Dude, sometimes you just want to go get a taco, and that's okay. So my fire signs, be wary of piling your list a little too high or deciding, well, if I'm going here, I might as well add in this stop, this stop, this stop, this stop. Just take a breather. Woosah. Woosah. Susie is wondering, where is the thunder? I know, so that we could have our taco jokes. Project Refined Life. Annette's like writing a taco. Yes. Lisa says, I'm a rooster in Chinese astrology. Me too. Rooster's over here. Metal rooster. Fiction lady's like, right? So fire signs, just careful that you don't go a little cray-cray. I'm just saying. All right. My water signs. Water signs. Okay. Let's see. Sumi said, pile your taco carefully, otherwise the corn will break. Exactly. Like, I hate when it just shatters. Now I got to eat it with a fork, which totally eradicates the reason I got a taco in the first place. So I could eat with my hands. Okay, so water signs. We have the Jack of Hearts. And Abercat is here. Hey! So the Jack of Hearts, I don't know, because the lighting kind of washes things out. But we have a pug hanging out with a unilama. It's like a unicorn llama. And they're also having some tacos. I think it's taco heavy in this deck, which is cool. It just makes me want a taco. But Fiction Lady said, or stuff it in your mouth quickly. Exactly. As it starts to crumble, just... All right. Water signs. Okay. Okay, water signs. I get you. This is what I'm getting. Be careful of allowing others to take the lead because you feel like you don't have any good ideas. For instance, and maybe I'm thinking food because of all the tacos, your friends or your work colleagues. Hey, we're going to be going out to lunch today. Hey, you, where do you want to go to lunch today? And you're like, you're like feeling all the choices. Oh, wow, I could really go for a pizza, but I could also go for some tacos, but I would really love a ballpark hot dog. Oh, but you know what? I've been going more vegetarian lately, but maybe they're not vegetarian. What should I be doing? And it's like, so it's like, I don't know, where do you want to go? And there's this whole internal thing going on of, so instead of, allowing others to take the lead because you feel like you're too full of emotion and ideas, I would say that's a great opportunity to work on your grounding techniques. My water signs. So ground yourself for a moment and say, yeah, sure, I can get back to you. Give me just 5 minutes. Pizza. I really would like some pizza. How about you? And they're like, great. So just be careful of just handing the reins over to other people just because you feel like you can't make a decision in 2.5 seconds. You know, give yourself the time, ground yourself, and when you've come to a decision, then let others know. So I'm just saying, like, for instance, like when it comes to finding a restaurant, but you know, anything for this week, instead of saying, I don't know, too many ideas, too many feelings, you do it. You choose for me. So yeah, just give yourself a moment, okay? Say, can you give me 5 minutes or even 10 minutes? I just need to do my thing over here. Just, yeah, pizza. I would like to go get some pizza. Now I'm thinking of pizza. Actually, I would like some pizza. Ooh, maybe a Mexican pizza. Okay, let me look back here. Lisa says, haha, I'm vegan. I get it. And Apricat said, I needed that. So yeah, you guys, if you get overwhelmed with making a decision, whatever it may be, instead of just passing off, just, you know, give yourself a bit of time first to ground yourself and then come back with your answer. Don't feel rushed. All right, so then we're going into my little earth babies, my little earth signs. We have the 5 of spades. And yes, that is a T-Rex with a unicorn horn. And this time he's riding a pizza. Didn't I say I wanted pizza? And there's a pug also riding this T-Rex. Okay, my earth signs. And the pizza kind of looks like a pentacle, so that's kind of like an earth sign. Okay. Oh my gosh, I got the craziest intuitive hit. This might be for somebody specifically. So if this is, like, please let me know, because this is, I just got something here. Okay. For my earth signs, or a particular earth sign, if this week you see somebody, who's taken an admiration of you, they really like the thing that you're doing, or how you're dressing, or perhaps how you've done your hair, or that it seems like you always pack yourself a lunch every day, and you notice that this person wants to try out some of the things that you've been doing. Maybe they have also started packing a lunch every day. They are also doing their hair exactly like yours. And it feels like almost like they're copycatting you. Instead of looking at it like, oh, wow, that's, a copycat is kind of like the highest form of flattery, right? It's like somebody's trying to be you. It's like, oh, well, that's kind of cool, and maybe coming over, having a conversation. Oh, I see you're doing your hair just like me today. Oh, let's, have a good laugh about it, something like that. It's, I'm getting that some of the earth signs might be like, dude, why you on my turf? Why you all up in my business? Why you trying to dress like me? Well, you think you can do your hair like me? It's like, okay, don't need to attack somebody for seemingly you think, and maybe they're not even copying you at all. It just so happened to be that they are doing the exact same thing as you. Or maybe it's like you start a YouTube channel and then you notice somebody else has a channel that's like almost very similar. Maybe it's not kittens, weights, and tarot. It's like pumas, weights, and oracles, instead of being like, dude, why you all up in my YouTube channel? Like, this is my YouTube channel. Why you trying to copy me? You want to get into it, eh? It's like, instead of going like that, it's more like, oh wow, oh my gosh, I have a channel called Kittens, Weights, and Tarot. Like, great minds think alike, right? Let's open up a conversation. Let's talk about it. So my earth signs, before you like jump all over somebody because you think that they're like ripping your style, or they're trying to copy you, or whatever is going through your brain, maybe have a good laugh about it. Maybe take it more lightheartedly. Like, this was like a huge hit that I was getting. So this might be for somebody specifically. Like, I don't know. Let's see. Lisa says, I think that might be my little sister. Why you all up in my closet? Oh, you go and order the pizza. The person behind you orders the exact same pizza. Yeah, hold the pineapple. Dude, why are you trying to copy my order? Sumi's like, it's flattery. Notice how fans copy their favorite singers, actors, clothes, hair, makeup, etc. In the 1990s, there were about 50 Selenas at my school. Same. Yeah. So yeah, take it as flattery. Take it as something lighthearted, and have fun with it. Talk to them about it. Have a good laugh about it. Instead of, this person totally just ripped me. Okay, lastly, let's go into my air signs. Lisa's like, yeah, in it. So, air signs. Oh, and this is like an air signs card too. So we have the 2 of spades. And let's take a look at what this kitty is doing, actually. What is this kitty doing? Oh, okay. This kitty is a giant kitty in outer space that's eating spaceships. Like, the spaceships are coming after it, it's eating spaceships. So let's dive into what that means for our air signs. But I like that it's air, spaceships, 2 of spades. Okay. Oh, okay. Okay, my little air signs. See, I understand because I'm mostly air. Mostly air. Fiction lady's like, yum yum. Sumi said, hold that card up again. So yeah, the kitty is like swatting around and eating the little spaceships in outer space that are surrounding it. This giant kitty. Okay, because we tend to have so many ideas, you know, we're all this air sign energy up here. We have so many thoughts, like a bazillion thoughts running through our mind, you know, a million miles an hour. We could have a conversation with somebody and then 2 seconds later mention something that had nothing to do with the conversation, or maybe that's just me because my brain has gotten a few hundred different other directions since the conversation ended 2 seconds ago. Um, so be careful of trying to do too many things at once. So I think meditation is going to be really important. I'm also talking to myself as me being an air sign as well. Meditation, very important this week, so that you don't have mental burnout of wanting to do all of the things like, ooh, that looks fun. Maybe I'll try and do that. Ooh, maybe I'm going to do that one too. And that one, and that one, and that one. And oh, yeah. Or, you know, trying to get into too many conversations at once because you just want to be in everything. So pick and choose wisely, ground yourselves as well. Hello, me too. Working on grounding and meditation to kind of get the mental chatter to just slow down a wee bit. So before we eat all the spaceships, because that can't be good for the diet. And I'm just saying, just a couple of spaceships in moderation, but not all the spaceships. So soon we put up the little spaceship for you guys. Fiction Lady said, I love this deck. Susie says, I do that. Abercat, can someone tell me how to figure out your element? Oh, you could go online if you want to and look up your, let's say, sun sign. And let's say your sun sign is Leo, but you don't know what element Leo is in. Just ask Leo element. Like you type that into Google, Leo element, and it'll tell you Leo fire sign. You know, and so that's how you would know your element. Your element is fire, at least for your sun sign. So maybe you look up your moon sign and do the same thing. You know, what sign is your moon in? Then you go on Google, type in the sign and type in the word, and then it should tell you what element it is. Okay, let's then go into, the special question. This is the one that you guys voted on before I popped into this chat. So you had a few days to vote on this in the public YouTube poll, plus people that join the YouTube membership will be able to do voting as well. And so their votes kind of count in, as well as my Patreon homies. So actually the people on Patreon also voted for the same thing that was the majority vote on YouTube. So here is the question that you guys got. Abercat, you are very welcome. The question that won was, what lesson is being repeated at this time? What lesson is being repeated at this time? Well, let's take a little look-ski. What lesson is being repeated at this time? I'm actually going to use Tarot of the Moon Garden. Thank you, Susie. I love this deck so freaking much. Okay. What's being repeated at this time? What lesson is being repeated at this time? What lesson is being repeated at this time? What lesson is being repeated at this time? Okay. Looks like we got our card. Let me put these back in here. And doot. Okay, let's take a look here. Ooh, the Three of Cups. Okay. This might hit some of us in our little emotions. So the lesson that is being repeated at this time for the majority of us is hoping that we realize that much of our environment is a work of our own internal manifestation at a subconscious level. Of course, there's the things that we try to manifest at a conscious level, you know, kind of like the regular things. People want to manifest more love, friendships, joy, you know, or a home or a new career or, you know, money, you know, whatever it may be. And then there's the subconscious things that are going on. Hence why we kept talking about making sure that you're taking those old beliefs and ideas and just brushing them out the door. You know, don't need them anymore because it's affecting how your reality plays out and who comes into your reality and how easily money and love and friendships and joy, all kind of come into your life. So this lesson, as like, let's say, things that are hard to come into your life. It seems like it's so difficult for money to come in, or it may seem like the same kind of person that's super negative keeps coming into your life. Why do I keep getting somebody who's just like my mom? My coworker, just like my mom. This person that lives right next door to me, just like my mom. Well, why is that? Why does it seem like this lesson keeps coming up over and over again? And the lesson is that there are still some things that need to be worked on, because at the subconscious level, those core beliefs are boom, boom, just blasting out all over the place, saying, hey, so and so must still want this in their life because they're still holding on to these things. And so by still holding on to them, the universe is just trying to act as a mirror. And so those things are going out into the universe, and those core beliefs are being reflected back, whereas perhaps there are some lingering issues with the mother. So you're still being surrounded by people who are just like the mother. I say that because for a while I was having that. It would seem like every person I ran into was just like my mom, and not the good qualities, like her worst qualities, until I was like, wait a minute, I need to work on this. And although, yes, I still have mothering things to work on, I've worked on some big things, and it's like it disappeared. Those people that were just like her, they disappeared from my life. And it was like, oh. So a lesson that's being repeated is just a reminder that what is going on internally, even subconsciously, is being reflected in our outside world. I'm not saying like everything in your whole life is like something to do with you, but a lot of it. So just kind of take that into consideration and kind of try to make the connections. Like if this situation keeps coming up again, this is obviously something that I'm trying to learn. And the lesson is we're manifesting it subconsciously because we believe something about ourselves. If we believe that we have no self-worth, like we're not unworthy of things, then we're going to be surrounded by people who don't think that we're worth anything. They're going to not be very nice people. So just kind of take that into account. Like I said, this is probably going to hit some people in the feels, especially me, because sometimes I don't like to admit that sometimes I may have manifested some things. Lisa said, thank you. Fiction Lady said, yeah. Susie said, I love this guidance. Oh, saying hello to Misha. Hey, hey. And Michelle said, yep, I just realized that lesson. And this is the third time this weekend this understanding has come forward. So yeah, and sometimes it's difficult because sometimes we're like, well, that person is a bad person. Why would I ever want to manifest a bad person in my life? And it may not be that you wanted a bad person. Obviously, we don't want that. But it's just like the type of people, like something in there, we just have to work on. Yeah. So anyway, I know more shadow work, whatever. So. Okay. Here's where you guys get to vote on another question for the viewer's choice. Those of you guys that are in the chat today have the very special ability to vote on the next question. So here are the two questions. If you would like question number 1, I'm going to have you guys vote with a red heart emoji. If you would like question number 2, I'm going to have you vote with a green heart emoji. I just like red and green, If you can't find your emojis, like let's say you're on a computer, just type in the words red heart or the word green heart. Words green heart. Okay, so the first question, if you would like this question, what energy is ending, or what is ending and what is beginning for you this week? So what is that thing that is ending and that thing that is beginning for you this week? If you want that question, vote with a red heart. Or where do you need to act the fool this week? So if you want that question, go ahead and vote with a green heart. And the reason I say, the fool, is because, well, we're going to be ending a trecena. We have April Fool's Day coming up, but also it's the Fool card in the tarot. Oftentimes we need to embrace the Fool. Okay, so it looks like the votes are coming in. We have one red heart, two green hearts. We have two red hearts, three green hearts, three red hearts, and then we have another green. We have another red. We have another green. We have another green. So this is six. Oh, we have another red. All right, so five red, six green. Is that it? Five red, six green. Do, 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 do. All right, so it looks like those might be our votes. So we are going to go green, and that question is, where do you guys need to act the fool this week? All right, let's take a look at. I want to use my Chakra Girls tarot. Susie says green wins. Kayla also green heart. Yes, with number 7, coming in with number 7. All right, so green just blew it out of the water. All right, so using our Chakra Girls cards, where can we act the fool this week? All right, where can we act the fool? Pity the fool. Why do you pity the fool? I mean, the fool is awesome. All right. Oh. Looks like we got a card here. So let's put these back in their little pouch and let's take a look. So Silver Star said, funny, I started my channel on April Fools. Talk about the fool's journey. That's amazing. I love that. That is awesome. Dude, that is the literal fool's journey. So coming up on an anniversary, I see. All right. Yellows. What am I talking about? Yellows. I keep talking about solar plexus, yellows. I got my yellow candle burning over here. It says try something new. Well, yeah, that's kind of what we were talking about, acting the fool. Okay, let me tap into this one so I can get something a little bit more concrete for you guys. Susie said, congratulations, happy anniversary and birthday. Okay, let's tap into this one. Something a little bit more concrete. What do you mean by trying something new, acting the fool? Okay, all right, I got it, you guys. So this is something fun. I mean, it can be fun if we look at it that way. But here you go. This is the message that was coming through. Try to do something. It doesn't have to be all week, but maybe you can just do this for a few hours, or maybe you could do this for a day. But this is really going to help with your solar plexus, your self-confidence, and your energy, because you're going to do something completely out of your character. Okay, and I'm going to try to challenge myself in this way too. Maybe you're somebody who has, like, let's say for instance, a lot of wigs. Like I have a lot of wigs, right? And you just wear them in the house, or maybe you wear them when you're on camera, but you would never wear those outside. I challenge you to perhaps wear a wig outside. Or if you're not somebody who wears a lot of bright colors, maybe mostly you wear like grays or blacks or dark blues, like dark colors. I challenge you to try to dress out of your comfort zone. Perhaps something neon yellow, hot pink, like electric blue, you know, like electric green, something like that. Something that is really show-stopping. Even if you're a person that doesn't like to be noticed, try to step out of your comfort zone with something. And you can do it with clothing, you can do it with hair, you know, if you want to do something like that. If you would like to be a little bit more creative, maybe every time your phone rings, you answer the phone in a different accent. But have a bit of fun. I mean, you could do this all week if you wanted to, or maybe just do it for an hour or a day. Fiction ladies say, oh, damn, I know what I need to do now. So yeah, do something that is just a little bit outside of your comfort zone. If you're somebody who's a little bit more shy, try to do something a little bit more daring. I'm not saying you need to go give a speech in front of 1,000 people if you're a shy person, but step outside in such a way that more people would notice you than usual. Or if you are a little too shy to sing in public, maybe you hum while you're in public, you know? But do something a little bit different. And you may think it's just a silly thing, like just a silly thing you're doing, like answering the phone in like a British accent or, you know, whatever it may be. But you're switching up your energy. You're switching up the mundane. You're switching up your self-confidence, you know, because although it might be like, oh my gosh, you know, the thought of like answering the phone in a different accent, that might be funny, but actually doing it might actually make your palms sweat and you might get a little nervous inside. But when it's all done, you're like, oh my God, that was so fun. And you're like shaking, but you're like, oh my God, that was so fun, you know. And so you've helped your self-confidence. You've helped that solar plexus in some way. All right, let's see. Annette says, I do wear blue yoga pants yesterday. Maybe I could pick it up with more colorful shirts this week. There you go. Maybe dress like a little bit of like a unicorn. Lisa says, I have a very colorful Nigerian dress. I live in black usually, so I'll try the sunny dress. There you guys go. Try something a little different. Foods. Okay, like me, I'm not really a spicy food kind of person. Although James has been trying to help me like add a little bit of like teeny bits of like baby spice, something that he wouldn't really detect on his tongue. But for me, it's like, whew, it's got a little bit of heat to it. So I'm trying to get out of my comfort zone in that area. Maybe, and since he is listening, maybe he might up the spice level just a little bit and we'll see how I do. You know, I could get out of my comfort zone that way. So maybe try a food dish that you haven't tried before. You know, maybe you've turned your nose up at it in the past, but you've never actually tried it. Dressing a bit differently. If you normally wear makeup, try going sans makeup. If you normally don't wear makeup, try wearing makeup. If you normally try to blend in with the crowd, try to stand out from the crowd. Hum while you walk, skip while you walk. If you're 6 feet tall and you want to wear 5-inch platforms, wear 5-inch platforms. Go outside. Who cares that, you know, there are people like, oh, tall people shouldn't wear platforms. Who are these people and who makes these rules? Go do something fun this week. Like I said, even for an hour or a day, but try to step out of your comfort zone. And next week, I'm going to ask you what you did. Okay? I will tell you what I did. Let's see. Denise is here. Hello. Says hi. Morning from New Zealand. Only found this so late. We'll catch up. So happy I found your link. Sending rainbows of love. Susie said, my Capricorn moon is stumped. I will think on it. Susie, I could think of some things for you to do since, you know, I know there's a few things that you are shy about. I would say maybe go into those areas. Let's see. Sumi says, what's up, James? Lisa says, I'm 6 feet tall. I look like olive oil. Well, girl, put on some platforms. Pump up that olive oil. Fiction Lady said, mine is talk to my guides aloud in my room, rehearse aloud, and don't hide while in ritual and doing art. That would be fantastic. So yeah, I'll ask you guys next week, what is it that you guys did to step out of your comfort zone? Was it something with clothing, with food, with playing around with accents? Was it doing something that you normally do in private that you did more out in the open? Were you singing to yourself? You know, what was it? So I think that's really going to be beneficial for you guys, but also fun. So have a bit of fun. And hey, maybe you want to do it on April Fool's Day. Then everybody might just think, oh, this person's just doing April Fool's. So maybe you kind of get away with things a little bit easier. I'm just saying. Okay, let's see. Let's go into a healing now, you guys. I brought my healing tools. I have my lovely quartz tuning fork here. So this is quartz that has been repurposed and melted down into this lovely tuning fork. So you won't be able to hear much sound. I have a little microphone here. You can't hear much sound. It's more the vibration and the frequency that it gives out. And this is connected to the root chakra. So this is meant to really help ground us. And then I'm going to bust out the drum and I'm going to do a little meditation with you guys with that drum, almost like a little bit of a shamanic meditation, quasi. So here we go. All right, so get yourselves nice and situated. So plant yourself wherever you are, whether you're at work, at home, maybe you want to lay down, maybe you want to sit down. I don't know if you can lay down at work, but hey, I don't know what you do at work. Um, get yourself comfortable in a comfortable space. Start breathing, connecting to the breath. So nice deep breaths in and deep breath out. So when you're breathing in, try to breathe in what your intention is for this week. Maybe breathe it in the thing that you want to do that's stepping out of your comfort zone. What will that be like? And see yourself confident when you do it, not if people are going to look at you and this is going to be like kind of nerve wracking. No, you want to breathe in confidence. See it going well. See yourself having fun. See yourself smiling while you're doing it. Also, taking into consideration all the other messages we got this week, whether it was your elemental sign or just the weekly reading in terms of blocks or opportunities. What are the things that you want to breathe in? What do you want to bring in this week? And then what do you want to release? Possibly those old ideas, those core beliefs that keep making this lesson come up over and over again, that there's certain things that need to be cleared. Okay, so let's do it. Nice deep breath in and go. Out. And as you continue breathing, just allow the body to become relaxed. Shoulders relaxed, arms relaxed, legs, neck, everything nice and relaxed. Okay, we're just clearing up the energy right now. So you guys are breathing in those intentions, releasing what you no longer connect with. All right, so we're going to go into a little meditation. Continue breathing. If you wish to close your eyes at this time, you can do so. I'm going to bring out my drum, which actually sounds a little bit different now that we've changed elevation. Okay, so continue breathing. Intentions in. Release what no longer serves you. Next, I want you to view roots coming out of your legs, your feet, diving deep, deep into the earth. The earth is where you're from. The earth is where the body will ultimately go back to. Allow those roots to tangle in with the roots of the plants, the roots of other human beings and animals, who dive them down, down, deep into Mama Gaia. And these roots are searching out Gaia's core. It gets warmer as you get closer to her heartbeat. Allow yourself to tap in to the heartbeat of Mama Gaia. Feel her energy. Let your heart beat with hers. breathe it in. And now that you are fully connected with Gaia energy, remembering your connection to her and her connection to you, your connection with all living things on this planet, all plants, all animals, crystals, the soil, every other human being, all connected as one. Form a question in your mind. What is it that you would like to ask Gaia at this time? The answers will come with clarity and with strength, for you are fully connected with her at this time. Form your question. Allow Gaia to speak in whatever form she wishes. Breathe in the answers. Let it become a part of you. Thank Gaia for this time together. You are her child. She is your mother. She is the mother to all. And start bringing that energy back up into the body. Come back to the breath. Back into the body. Start feeling yourself back into your body. Allowing the answer from Gaia to sit deep inside. If after this you would like to journal, you're more than welcome. And when you're ready, open your eyes. Oh my goodness. My drum is sounding good today. Whew. That was a good one. I like that one. All right, so I hope you enjoyed the healing. Hopefully you got something from that. Susie said, thank you so much. And Fiction Lady, you're very welcome as well. At this time, if anybody would like to do super chats or super stickers, I do a one-card draw for any super chats or super stickers. And I could use that Tandem Oracle if you guys are interested. Otherwise, we'll go into closing the circle and I'll go into my gratitudes. Kayla said that was so relaxing. Thank you. You're very welcome. I love when I get to bust out my little drum, but it is interesting, you know, when the change in temperature or altitude actually changes the sound of your drum. So it was very high pitched when I was in Sholo, and now it's like back to a deeper tone. So Abercat said, thank you. That was beautiful. You're very welcome. All right, so like I said, if you would like me to do a personal one card draw for you guys, then just go ahead and do a super chats or super stickers. Totally up to you. Otherwise, I'm gonna bust out this Mosasaur wand and we'll do a closing of the circle. Superstar said, thank you as well. And I hope that you have, seriously, have a rockin' birthday and happy YouTube anniversary. So yeah, have a party hardy. Drink one for the homies. All right, so let's go ahead then and let's close up our elemental circle. All right, so I'm just going to go wind or shins or just opposite direction, counterclockwise, starting again at the north. Oh, Kayla! All right, so Kayla has a super sticker. May I have a message from Eco? Of course you may. So let's go ahead and bust this out. Silverstar says definitely woot woot. All right, so let's tap into your puppy dog. Let me just get a connection between the two of you real quick. All right. Okay. All right, let me meditate on this one real quick. Okay. So Kayla, your dog is talking about possibly something going on in your life right now, but the card that I pulled was Lumabang, fight. So I was seeing kind of an image of like you and your dog. First, I was hearing the chinkling of dog tags. You know, like the it makes that metal sound. That's kind of how I knew your dog was in the room. But it's like, when we play with dogs, sometimes we have that rope. It's got a knot at two ends, and we're like playing tug of war. And it was almost like I was playing tug of war with your dog, and but the dog was trying to show that it's like you're in a tug of war with someone else, but your dog doesn't think that it's for your best and highest good to continually be in this tug of war with this other person. And one way to resolve it is to just not continue to get into their arguments or their petty debates and whatever it may be, because if we continually pull on that rope, of course the dog is going to pull back, right? But if you let go of the rope toy, well, then the dog is left with the toy hanging out of his mouth, and there's nobody to reciprocate. There's nobody to continue that tug of war and that quote unquote game. And so your dog was asking you to actually let go of the toy, let go of this situation, this person that wants to kind of keep you maybe in this battle, or this particular situation, kind of this back and forth tug of war, arguing or trying to get to see a certain perspective, just to kind of let it go and find out what happens when the person doesn't get something back from you, or that situation isn't getting anything in return. If you're like, cool. You're like, well, if that's how you feel, that's great. You notice that the person isn't getting anything out of you. The situation isn't getting anything out of you. You're not coming back with a, oh yeah, so that this little game can't continue. So your dog was just asking if, you could just, instead of getting into this tug of war in whatever area of your life that you've been doing this tug of war energy, just to let go of the toy. It's okay to let go of the toy. No need to continue. Otherwise, it's going to be continuing for quite some time. Let me go back here. All right. Michelle, we will get to you in just a moment too. Oh, and Bernadette is here. Hey, happy Sunday. All right. So hope that connects with you. Let me know. But your dog always just looks so happy, just like I saw last time, but now, your dog is like sitting down, tail wagging, kind of like a happy face. So not really anything like disconcerting or anything. It was just more like it would be best for her energy if she just let go of the tug of war. And yeah, I just nothing but smiles from your dog, by the way. Happy Sunday, sister. Yes. Okay, so like I said, Kayla, hopefully that connects with you. And then Michelle, let's go. Michelle has a super sticker back there. Um, so Michelle, what is it that perhaps you wanted guidance on? Um, Let me just give this a moment. I know sometimes it lags a little bit. And then Liesel, yes, we'll get to you as well. Um, so yeah, definitely I will try and connect with your grandmother. And Fiction Lady said, super sticker, may I have guidance regarding my family situation in my home? Sadly, don't have any. Please and thank you. So, Fiction Lady, if you want, I think there's like a little, I don't know, there's like a little mode on the computer or something that like does super chat where sometimes like it'll see the GIF that you're kind of seeing with like Liesel and Michelle and Kayla. And then you can type your question into it, kind of like Liesel did, or it's like just a super sticker where it's like an animated sticker that pops up. Okay, so Michelle said, whatever I need to hear most right now. Okay. Kayla said, thank you so much for talking to him. It makes sense. Oh, Michelle, my goodness. That card just flew out for you. Let's see what we got going on. All right, so we have refine. Give me just a moment with this. Okay, so the message for your best and highest good right now, I'm getting in terms of refinement, actually refining your spiritual practice a little bit. You know, not that, you know, our spiritual practice is always evolving, of course, but you've taken in so many different things, so many different points of view, read so many different books, kind of listened to so many different people, and you have all of these different things kind of incorporated into your spirituality, whether you work at an altar, do meditation, maybe also do home cleansings, and you know, all of these things. And so for your energy, sometimes it can be energetically draining to do so much when it comes to our spirituality. For instance, like, you know, sometimes people need to do like the whole to do at the altar and they have huge old rituals and things like that. But if we're also trying to do that and manage a full-time job and also, you know, keep up with our social life, and it's like we're trying to do too many things when it comes to a spiritual practice. So I was just getting from your higher self and your guides that maybe you want to refine what it is you do for your spirituality. So yes, you have it's like you want to do all the things because they all seem very interesting. And yes, I get it. As like a Gemini, I want to do all the things too. But you know, take all the things that you have learned and what you've incorporated into the practice and see what best connects with you and really helps you on a day-to-day basis and really connects with your energy and you feel really good after doing it. You may want to do a bit of journaling with this, but kind of pare it down just a little bit so that it's more 100% you, instead of bits of like other people's practices, or also I'm trying to incorporate this too. You know, of course, try things out, see how they work for you. But it may be time to just whittle it down to some main things that you can really hone, make it your own, and make it really work for you so that you can help that to have it help stabilize your energy, have a clearer outlook on each day, helping you to connect better with people on a day basis. So yeah, hopefully that connects with you, Michelle. So you may want to just refine the spiritual practice just a little bit. You may have a lot going on with it and it may look beautiful, but just maybe pare it down to the few things that really, really make you feel good on a day-to-day basis and really helps with your energy and really make it your own. Okay? All right. So let's go back here. Lisa, I think my grandma is trying to tell me something. Can you channel her for me? Yes. So, Lisa, do you have your grandmother's name? Perhaps I could try to call her by name. um, and then Abercat, and then we will Abercat, of course. Um, Okay, so Fiction Lady says I turned off the gifts using iPhone. Oh no, it's not the gifts in iPhone. It's through YouTube. So like YouTube has their own like super chats and super stickers that you click on. So it's not the ones that are actually inside the phone. Um, and Bernadette, can I please get a reading, sister? I am a Capricorn. So Bernadette, if you want to do a super chat or super sticker, I will gladly do one card draw. Um, and Michelle said, beautiful, makes sense, and very timely. Thanks. All right, Lisa. Lisa, so let's take a look and try to connect with your grandmother, Greta. So give me just a moment. Okay. Lisa, before I even looked at the card, um, when I was trying to connect with Greta's energy, I wasn't seeing so much like her physical form, more like an energy that I knew was connected to you because I was trying to connect to your energy first. So she's got a similar energy signature. But she was showing me a pie, and not just any old pie. It was like almost like a cherry pie. You know, it's got red on the inside, so I'm assuming it's a cherry pie. But it's got like little hearts in the pie, like almost like heart cutout shapes within the top pie crust. And I was just, again, I can't really see her. It's more like I feel like her energy's there, but I keep getting images of this pie, and like she's trying to tell you that with beautiful things like making a pie, you know, taking the time to make out the little heart cutouts and make the pie, you know, the topper to the pie and everything, it takes time. And she's saying that there are some things that you're working on right now. You're trying to rush through them. And when we try to rush through things and just kind of get it over with, the pie doesn't end up tasting that good. It might get undercooked, it might get overcooked. We might mess up on, you know, kind of doing the very fancy edging that we do on pies. So she's saying you're going to have a much more beautiful outcome and a much more satisfying outcome if you take your time. I know she's like you want certain things right now, but the universe doesn't work on everybody else's schedule. It's kind of got its own schedule. And it's technically on our schedule, but not on our earthly schedule. She's like, you know, it's like having two different timers. There's the timer that's in the oven, and then there's the other timer that you put on there, and you find out it's like totally different temperature, or the thermometers. That's what I'm saying. So she's just asking you to have more patience in your endeavor thus far. The thing that you're trying to do, just have a lot more patience. You are going to be much more satisfied with the outcome. You know, let it be a beautiful cherry pie with little hearts in it, instead of something that somebody threw together or that they bought at Vons. Like she's like, she's very against maybe buying pies at the grocery store. She's like, it's so much more satisfying to make it yourself and it tastes better. So be fully invested in it. Take your time. But I am getting like this warm energy from her, but also a very like no nonsense type energy. So take your time, however that means. Take that pie metaphor, however you need to. But yeah, take your time with it. That was like really what she was coming through. She was like kept showing me the pie. Like, isn't this beautiful? Like, um, let's see. Da, 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 da. Uh, Okay, so fiction ladies looking for the super chat, super stickers. By the way, you guys like Michelle or Lisa, Kayla, where, when you guys are on your computer or on your phone, where do you see the super chats and super stickers? Just so fiction lady can see them too. I think she's looking around, but so I don't know if you guys can help out a little bit. Lisa said yes, she was a real homemaker. Thanks, and thanks, Nan. um, she hates Shopbot. Yes, she is a no messing around kind of lady. Yeah, it was like that. I mentioned Vaughn's. She was like, Vaughn's? Store bought? Okay. Um, oh, okay. So Kayla is saying the super chats and super stickers are on the right. It's a gray and white money symbol. Okay, so fiction lady, if you're trying to find it, it is a gray and white money symbol on the right. Okay, let me go back here. Abercat. All right, so Abercat wanted to take a look into love and romance. Alrighty, let's take a look ski. Lisa said it's the $ at the bottom of the chat. And Michelle said, yep, what Kayla said. Okay, Abercat, let's take a look into love and romance. Okay, I'm going to take it that that's your card. Okay, before I take a look at the card, Abercat, let me just tap it in real quick. Okay, before I even look at the card, I was just trying to tap into your energy as it connects with the words love, romance. And there was like this, almost like you were, like, let's say love, romance, in whatever form that may look like. Like, I just see a big red heart. Like, you're turning towards the big red heart, and the big red heart is looking at you. But it seems like all of a sudden, like, you start blushing and you kind of turn away, and it's almost like this. I don't know if, you know, if this person, you know, would actually really want me, or, you know, I don't know if this is real. Maybe it's all in my head, and it's almost like you're turning away from it. So I kind of got this kind of like so shy, kind of blushing, kind of like turning away from the big red heart that's just like smiling and staring at you. So just kind of taking that into consideration, that energy. But now I want to take a look at your card. It says, sorry, I know this month I have to pay for them and my card is currently frozen for security purposes. Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that. Well, you know what? Let's give me a moment. Okay, so Smoothen is your card here. So Fiction Lady, give me a moment too. But all right, Abercat. When it comes to love and romance, you know what this card reminded me of? I started thinking of the song Smooth Operator. Smooth Operator, Smooth Operator. So it's almost like not looking at the other person, like whoever might be the love interest or the love interest you're trying to attract, you know, wanting them to be smooth, kind of like the Abercat's laughing. So wanting them to be the smooth operator, you know, wanting them to come in and kind of woo you and romance you and, you know, kind of sweep you off. And I keep thinking Abercat, like cats, sweep you off your kitten feet, you know. But more your guide's asking you to be the smooth operator, and this is going to help you to build your confidence in the romance and love department. So instead of you know, kind of just waiting for a person to come and then kind of wondering, oh, you know, if they really truly wanted me, they would come get me, you know. But some people don't play that quote unquote game. So I'm just seeing you being smooth operator. So you kind of going out there and, you know, maybe asking somebody out to dinner, or maybe throwing some smooth signals their way, instead of waiting for the other person. yes, take the lead and step out a little bit more, because there could be people, and I do feel that there are people very well attracted to you and would like to get to know you better, but they're waiting for your signals. They're almost like waiting for you to, kind of come in, and you're waiting for them to do the same. So it ends up being this kind of standoff of, no, you go, no, no, you go, you go, no, wait, me, you, wait, me, you, oh, wait, no, 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 no. So Abercat, take the lead, step out a little bit, even if it's a little uncomfortable. I mean, otherwise, how would you know? Otherwise, you might be lusting over somebody who is not the right fit for you. And it's just, it'll also save a lot of time too. Sometimes we sit around just waiting, waiting. Why wait? Go find out now. Is this person a right fit for you or not? And if not, well, now you know, because you are the one that was able to be the smooth operator. All right, Abercat, get smooth. Maybe even Santana smooth. All right, let's see. Let's go back here. Fiction lady. Let's help you out here. Let's take a look into. Let me go back here. I'm just trying to go back in the comments. Okay. Let's take a look at the family situation. Actually, let me tap into your energy and the energy of your home real quick, fiction lady. Okay, so what I was getting, and this could be, like you're talking about, money issues too. What's adding, the money is adding kind of stress to the situation, but it's like within the home, just kind of how I'm getting all the different energies of the people in the home, even if you don't all live with under the same roof, is that everybody's kind of in their own little world. However, how they're acting seems as if they, have an issue with somebody. Like, let's say, for instance, and this is just kind of how I'm seeing all the different characters within the home, and I'm just seeing like energy blobs. But I do hear the words. So it's like I see your energy as like a little sphere, and the different energies of people within the home. And kind of like they're off in their own little thing and they have their own little issues and things going on. And then when somebody in the family kind of comes into their energy, then all of a sudden it's like, oh, I'm going to take my energy and the things I'm having issues with. And since I don't really want to work on the exact issue, I'm going to place it on the person who is standing before me. So let's say it's you standing before, I don't know, I'm just going to use, let's say a sibling. Okay, let's say we have a sister, and a sister is working on some things, sort of, kind of, but then you come into the picture and it's like, oh, great, I have somebody to put this onto, so I don't have to continue to work on the thing. In the meantime, I'm feeling like you receiving the energy of this person and deciding that, oh, have I done wrong to make this person so upset? So it's almost feeling like you are the cause of whatever discomfort or whatever issue that they may be having. When in actuality, they're projecting that issue onto you. So I just kind of see a lot of projection going on in the family unit where there are people working on things, but using conflicts, situations, things that are coming up within the home as a mask for things that they actually need to be working on. So if everybody's maybe directing certain things like, I'm angry with you right now, or I'm having an issue with you, or you're giving me problems right now, it's really not the person that's standing in front of them or the person that they're directing their stuff at. They're trying to place what they don't want to work on onto that person. And unfortunately, yourself and possibly other members in the family are taking on that energy. So it's like this, like if there was like a bubble and everybody's inside of it, and it's like this little rodeo of everybody passing this energy back and forth, thinking that somehow each person is responsible for the other person's mood. So Let me tap into your spirit guide real quick. All this yellow energy keeps coming up. So you might want to, of course, work on your boundaries. And boundaries are not meant to keep out our loved ones. They're just meant to keep out energy that is not for our best and highest good. So although let's take the sister example, we may love our sister, we may not love the fact that that sister may want to place undue negative energy onto us because this person doesn't want to work on certain shadows or other things that are going on in their life. So a boundary keeps that out. A boundary has you step away. Look, going through some things right now, I'm going to be over here because you have love for your sister and you want her to work on her things. I'm just using, like, let's say a sister, for example. And you have love for yourself because you know that you do not need to take on that other person's negative energy. You want them to work on their things. You want them to heal. So you're putting up that boundary for them. Okay, so Fiction Lady, I hope that connected with you. I just kind of felt like boundaries are absolutely important. Yeah, so yeah, just realize that people in the family, they're going through their own things, and unfortunately, probably subconsciously, putting those issues onto other folks in the family, and it's kind of like everybody's doing it to each other. So strong boundaries are needed, and again, you make boundaries out of love, not out of spite. So I hope that helps. Let's see. Let me go back here. Abercat said, this makes sense on everything today. The water, indecisiveness. And Sumi said, yes, my brother is like that. His dad used to abuse him. Then my brother would come, yell, argue with me because he was too scared to yell back at his dad. Yeah, unfortunately, that's how some family units operate. Not all family units, but it's like instead of addressing the problem, it's easier just to place it on somebody else. And so that's where the big boundaries come in place. Say, hey, you know what? You need to go work on your stuff because I want you to heal and I love you, instead of, taking it, why did I do this? Why is this person attacking me? Why did I make this person upset? It really doesn't have too much to do with you, actually. It's just their own issues that they're working on. So boundaries out of love and love for yourself. Yes. Okay. I think that is all. That was everything. So thank you everybody who did super chats, super stickers, and everybody who came into the chat today. Let's go ahead and close up that circle. Lisa said, my pleasure. Sumi, my brother, was similar. Fiction Lady said, thank you so much for that and understanding. It's fine. No worries about it, Fiction Lady. Somebody who's in need, I'm here to help. 1,000 blessings. Ask me for anything in return. I really needed this month. So I just, I hope it helps. So no worries, no need for payback. The fact that you are here, you've been interacting and, showing off your beautiful, lovely energy, that's a beautiful reciprocation of energy here. So I appreciate it. And, I'm glad you're able to get something in return. So anyway, let's close up this beautiful circle that we've been in. So pulling in the energy of the north. So thank you to our elementals at the north for helping us cast our circle today. And going in a clockwise fashion, counterclockwise fashion, we bring in our very watery energies in the west. Thank you for helping us to cast our circle today. Thank you, elementals at the south, for helping us to cast our circle today. And thank you for the elementals at the east for helping us to cast our circle today. Mama Gaia, source energy, our higher selves, and love. Our work is complete, and so it is. All right, you guys, this was amazing. Thank you so much. Like I said, thank you to everybody who did super chats, super stickers, everybody who came in and just kind of hung out with us today. I do appreciate all of you guys that are subscribed, give the thumbs ups and the shares, and you know, all the ways that you guys support. Those of you that have gotten readings from me in the past or signed up for my Leon Mystery School. By the way, if you are interested in any of those things, the links are down below. People that have given one-time donations on PayPal. Those of you that have given Wally donations, you know, because his birthday was yesterday, so that I can send him some little goodies. All of my patrons, which, by the way, let's send you guys off by name. Michelle, thank you so much. Surian, Brandy, V, Samara, Kirsten, the Silver Wheel Witch, Jason, Kayla, Brian, thank you so much for your patronage. And to all the people that are thinking about joining the YouTube memberships, you know, I love doing these things. I love doing readings for you guys. I love doing the weekly readings, the monthly readings, which, by the way, I'll be back here tonight for Gemini, so if you're interested, come in after dinner. So 7 o'clock is Gemini, 7 o'clock Pacific Standard Time, if you're interested. And yeah, so I love this. I love hanging out with you guys. You guys are a wonderful community, and I guess I'll catch you guys next weekend, or actually tonight, for the Gemini Zodiac reading for April 2022. Lisa said such a beautiful energy in the chats. Lots of fireworks and things like that. Abercat is wishing everyone a great week. Sumi says, Wally, happy birthday. And Lisa said, fab week, peeps. All right, you guys, catch you later or tonight. Peace, love, and chicken grease. Peace out. Bye, guys.